Good morning. Welcome. It is Sunday. It is Sunday in the Northeast. I am in central New York. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who are new and finding me, welcome. For those of you who've been here, I appreciate you. But we had a snowstorm, and it was the first real snowfall of this winter. So, ironically, we didn't really get any. We got dustings, but nothing to write home about. But we got snow to write home about. What I can say is it's not as much as I expected. When I hear snowstorm, I think like snowed in, uh, you know, feet. 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. That's a snowstorm to me. And that could just be because of my growing up. That's what we got on a regular basis. That wasn't even a snowstorm, right? But it feels like the last couple of decades, like our snowstorms are nothing really to write home about. So I want to say we got maybe a foot and a half overnight. Significant. I had to shovel a couple times. Thank you to the gentleman 2 doors down who snow blowed my sidewalk. Really appreciate that. But yeah, it's beautiful out. It is really beautiful out. And what's really beautiful about it is when we get snow in central New York, because we're in the Finger Lakes region, when we have heavy overcast, it's usually really warm. And for some reason, it's a warmer temperature. So it's beautiful. It's white. It's crystal, like a crystalline white out there, and warm. So you need a jacket and you need boots and gloves, but you're not freezing. The irony of where I live is if it's sunny out, that's when it's frigid out. That's when it's cold out. So, not going to complain about the weather, not going to complain about the snowstorm. It was actually, I was kind of like missing it because we didn't really have a white Christmas. We had one of those muddy Christmases. So unpleasant. So it's really, really pretty. I'm gonna slam me for those of you who hate snow. But I don't hate it. It gets a little tiresome by the end of winter, and I do really hate those really cold days that I can't go out and really take a walk in because your nose hairs freeze when you breathe. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying our first real snowfall of the winter. I'm not even gonna lie. And the puppy doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, I think I like this. I don't know if I like this. So we're figuring it out here. But so that's what we got going on today, or this week, because this is going to be a weekly reading for the week of January 7th through the 14th. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Those of you watching live, those of you watching on the replay, those of you joining, thank you. Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the heart. Really help me with the algorithm. I completely appreciate it. So big week this week. We had a lot going on. Just quick announcements. We do have the coaching call in my online community. So if you're not part of my monthly membership, we do have the coaching call this week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. All you have to do is join. And that also gets you 50% off of the Evidential Medium course that we're starting on Thursday. So I'm excited about this week. I really am. So it snowed. We got great things going on, and I'm really, really excited. I am going to ask you all to pray for me this week. I am going to have exclusively to myself the grandbaby. So mom's going to be away for one more week, and she'll be home Friday. Dad is starting a new job and needed a break and needed help. So Mimi is jumping in. But yeah, a whole week, her and I, and for those of you who don't know, I have 3 cats and a dog. I live in a pretty small place. The 3 cats really don't get along. The 2 cats were here. The other cat kind of infiltrated. And so I have to coordinate like who's where. And then like I have to now I have to coordinate the baby. And I don't know how we're all going to sleep. Because normally I lock the dog in the baby's room when she's not here. But now it's like, do I lock the dog in the baby's room with the baby? Well, not lock in, but shut the door. And will they sleep or will they play? Will the dog wake up the baby? And if I leave the dog out, then who knows what kind of mess I'm going to wake up to, which probably will end up being what I just have to make sure all the tissues are put away. He's got this tissue thing that he likes to find my tissues and chew them up and then leave them all over. And then there's the 3 cats, and the 2 cats that like to bully the 1 cat. And it, pray for me. It's going to be a week. Pray for me. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Steph. So I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to be crazy lady. Plus, all the meetings. So I'm going to be actually pushing back Tuesday Tarot to 8 p.m. so she can be asleep by the time I go live Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, 8 p.m., I'll have a babysitter for the Evidential Medium class on Thursday, and on Wednesday for the coaching call. So don't worry, guys. I will have my ducks in a row. It'll be okay, but I just might be a little frazzled. Might be a little crazy. And there could be some naps this week with her. We just might both need a nap. All right. So other than that, let's see. All right. Other than that, let's see what Spirit wants to bring through for us. I actually think I'm going to start with one of these Star Code Astro Oracles by Heather Moon Robbins, to see kind of what the overarching energy of this week is going to be. So let's start with a little clary sage. I'm going to spray some clary sage essential oil that I have so we can just clear our energy. Really ground and be present when you're watching this video. Let's be present. Let's really hear, feel, see, and know what Spirit wants to bring through for us for this first full week of 2024. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning. I'm so glad, Colleen. Welcome. All right, so take a nice deep breath in. And just be present. Just be present. What does Spirit want us to know for this week? What is going to be the most beneficial message for us? Venus, beloved. Oh, wow. Look at how pretty that card is. Venus, Venusian energy coming through. Venusian energy coming through. So let's see. I want to see what this card is all about, because I think it's beautiful. I think this is beautiful energy for the overarching energy of the week, honestly. Venus symbolizes your heart, romance, and the creative process. It's what attracts you, what you value, and how you value yourself. So the action of this card is to soften, charm, open the heart. Investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair and lovely. Remember this Venusian truth. People are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. Engage creatively, generosity, and affection. Venus calls you to your heart, to romance, sings to you as a creative muse. Asks that you value you, what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. Come to know your heart. Know what you're passionate about and when you stir others people's passions. When your heart hurts, you can express the high notes of Venus through acts of compassion, affection, or creativity. All become medicine for your sore heart. Pull out the art supplies and paint how you feel. Rescue a puppy. Help a person who needs loving kindness even more than you do. The challenge of this card. Emotions run strong and passions are intense. Be wary of crimes of passion, love, addiction, or looking for love in material things. If consumerism, guys, let's face it, it is an addiction. If you're fascinated by the superficial aspects of Venus, you can get caught up in appearances or become blind in love. Look deeper. So the gift of this card, or this week, and the energies in it, Venus encourages a loving heart, to heal your own heart and become a Venusian beacon to the world around you. Develop what the Buddhists refer to as maitri, loving kindness, benevolence, friendliness, and active interest in others' well-being. So I think that's a beautiful message about what this week is going to bring you. So I feel like anything that kind of comes at you this week, this is reminding us to drop down into our heart and try to react from that space, not react from the fear or the ego of blame or shame, because let's face it, when someone's coming at you, you get triggered, or you could become very easily triggered, right? So I feel like the beloved card here is saying, don't have that knee-jerk reaction. Step back, take a minute, take a breath, right? If someone's really coming at you with some very passionate energy, positive or negative, right? Sometimes we have to ground ourselves to really be in the moment when that happens. And then drop down into your heart, even if you have to place your hand on your heart to bring your attention to your heart, right? Then respond from that place. And that is how things are going to move forward in any situation in a positive way. Because even if what you're saying isn't what they want to hear, they can receive it. If it's coming from your head or your ego, the fear, that's what they're feeling is the fear energy, and they can't even hear what you're saying. So they're never going to receive what your intention is, right? So that's a beautiful message. So, hello, Joe. Good morning. All right, so let's dig into this and see what this week is energetically going to be about. Wow. All right. For some of you, this is a week of transition, and that's why you have to kind of drop down into your heart. Because you kind of need to feel into the transition or the choice that you have to make this week. Because this week is about taking you into what is going to be abundant. So for some of you, there's definitely like an opportunity showing up. There's going to be an offer, someone like trying to give you a hand or a leg up, hand out or a leg up. I'm seeing this very clearly. Like this opportunity for some of you is going to be coming out of nowhere. But it's the Empress energy of you kind of like divine timing showing up. Like you're in your power, you've done your work, you've learned the lesson, or you're ready for the next thing. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to almost like take a chance or a leap of faith is what it feels like. Like it feels like a big transition, right? So whatever you've come out of and being in this unknown space for a minute, whether it's, been a week or a few weeks or even a month where you kind of felt like, I don't know really where I'm going. I don't know quite what is happening. Some things aren't working out the way I thought they were going to. Other things are just not manifesting in the way that I thought they would. And I feel like this is the week that tide turns, right? So the Empress really coming out to say, yes, you are coming into abundance, even though you haven't been coming into abundance, even though it hasn't been kind of flowing the way that you almost want it to, or maybe expected it to for some reason, for whatever the energy you were putting out, whatever the work you were putting in. It's almost like stay the course, keep the faith, because it is showing up. It is showing up. You have been doing the preparation. And that's what I feel here. Like for some of you, this is why things are really showing up abundantly this week, because whether you recognize it or not, there's been a lot that you've been doing that has been preparing you, right? For some of you, you feel like you haven't been doing a whole lot because you've been so tired, or you've been so feeling like you didn't have enough energy or strength, or you weren't feeling inspired, right? And for many of you, that's because you've been actually receiving a lot of ascension codes, a lot of downloads. So you've been feeling tired, you've been feeling out of sorts, you've been having the headache, you've been having the earache, you've been having the bellyache, right? All of these, like, because your body has been changing with all of these downloads and light codes that have been coming in through the solar flares, right? So there's just been a lot going on. And now there's like this alchemical process going on within you that's really kind of reshaping as your DNA is being activated in these light bodies. Like you're at the cellular level, like you've got some shifting going on, right? And so you've been preparing. And so even though you feel like you haven't been doing anything, you've been barely like functioning, maybe you feel like you've just been doing the bare minimum, right? you've been doing a lot on the astral. You've been doing a lot in the physical. Your body's been doing a lot of changing. So there's been a lot of preparation going on. And so what I would say is things are going to be showing up now. So like I said, there's going to be this opportunity this week, whether it's a handout or a leg up or for some of you, it really is kind of an opportunity coming back around where the first time it was presented, you either weren't in the right space energetically, or you had too much going on in your life, or you weren't ready to kind of make like a leap of faith, right? So for some of you, this really is you now taking the chance or the opportunity that you didn't before, or you skirted before. For some of you, you saw the opportunity coming and you just kind of went in the other direction. You were like, oh, no, I can't do that. Not ready for that. I don't want that. And now Spirit's like, but that really is your road. That really is what is for you. So the angel of prophecy, or the hanged man, is coming in to say, now you see it from a different perspective. You see that opportunity, that relationship, that situation from now this perspective of, oh, okay, I now have energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally what I need to now like take that risk or try that thing or say yes to that opportunity or relationship, right? Because the preparation has been done. So you are changing. And the Enlightenment card is coming in to say, whatever needed to be released, whatever needed to come down, whatever needed to crumble, whatever needed to be let go of, you've done that. And this is kind of your validation that now things can move forward because you now accept that a situation or relationship is never going to be what you had wanted it to be, or it's not going to work out in the way you thought it was going to work out, because you were kind of seeing it through the lens of the rose-colored glasses, or from the perspective that you wanted to see it from, not the perspective that you needed to see it from. So yes, I feel like this tower moment has already happened. I feel like you've already kind of know, if it hasn't come crumbling down, you know what it is. I don't feel like I'm revealing anything or scaring anyone. I almost feel like it's, for some of you, confirmation. Yeah, that really is crumbling. I guess I have to accept. Or, yep, it happened and I'm through it and thank goodness, right? So, enlightenment, now you understand. So that's what's coming in for you this week. You understand why it had to come down. You're starting to see more clearly why it had to change, what it's bringing, right? The abundance, the opportunity, right? The things that are now starting to show up, that it's like, oh, they couldn't have showed up if I'd stayed in that old situation. Oh, that couldn't have come into my experience if I had been in that relationship, right? So I do feel like this tower moment ultimately has been a good thing, even though maybe when you were getting the awareness of it, you weren't crazy about it, right? Because we're not good with change, are we? We're not good with being uncomfortable. But I feel like this week, it's like you're good with being uncomfortable because it's already happened. It's already happened. And now you're ready to be on the other side of the uncomfortability and getting comfortable in the new situation, the new relationship, right? Because it is now time for a new commitment. It is time for a new partnership. It is time for a new love. It is time for, that. So I feel like this week, for some of you, this really is about a new partner, meeting someone. For those of you who are partnered up, it might be like a resurgence of the romance in the relationship, right? The love being revisited or reborn in some way. But for some of you that have really been single for a minute, right? I feel like you are going to be having some opportunity to decide if, you want to step into a new relationship, having, again, that offer, right? Maybe an offer for coffee, or an offer for a date, or an offer to have a conversation, right? So, I feel like this week there's, that energy of the Venusian energy out there, which is going to make, maybe you a little more receptive to love, or receptive to a new relationship. And for some of you, you're really stepping into self-love. You're stepping into loving yourself in a way that you never have before. And for some of you, that's going to be saying no and setting boundaries. For some of you, that is going to be saying, I can't accept what you're giving me. It's not enough anymore. I love myself enough now to respect myself, to make the choices and decisions that are right for me, even though you haven't respected me or my talents or my gifts or who I am or what I bring to the table. So for some of you, this is going to be, work. For some of you, this is going to be relationship. Take this however it resonates. But I do feel like you are now loving yourself in a way in all situations. And that's part of the ascension, right? A part of the activation of the DNA, right? You now see yourself as this fuller aspect of yourself, of this connection to that magnificence or divinity within you that doesn't allow you to be disrespected or abused, used, negated. You can't allow it anymore. And it's really going to trigger some people around you because you're not the person that you were. It's going to be like they're going to be angry and they're going to want to pull you back into who you used to be. And you're just not that person anymore. So for some of you, this really is about setting those boundaries and then like walking away, like removing yourself from the situation. So you take that how it resonates for those of you that it resonates with, and then do what you need to do to protect yourself. People aren't going to protect you who don't respect you. And so if you've really been in a relationship, again, romantic, business, partnership, whatever it was, where you weren't being respected, you weren't being valued, and now you can see that. And you're ready to only be in situations that your worth is valued. The people that have gotten away with not valuing you, you want to be careful. You just want to take care of yourself. You want to set those boundaries and then move on. You don't have to listen to them. You don't need to explain yourself. And for some of you, this has been an abusive relationship where the best thing you can do is disconnect and just move on, right? Put your supports around you and move on. Oh, awesome. Awesome, everyone. Yes, Lynn, divine timing. Cynthia. Yes, divine timing. And Lynn, I'm glad this is resonating for you, honey. I totally was called to be here this morning. I knew Spirit had a message for us that we all needed, myself included. And yes, Colleen, self-love is work. It is, because it's walking through the trauma that kept you away from being able to love yourself, right? That unworthiness, that disempowerment. So keep going. Keep going. Oh, Lynn, congratulations. I know that's hard. And you're not the only one, actually, that I've been working with recently, whether you're working with me like this, just watching my videos and commenting, or whether you're in my online community or monthly membership. However you're partnering with me, right? There are so many ladies right now that are in very long standing relationships that just can't stay in them anymore. And I do feel it is the divine feminine rising up saying, you are magnificent, you are divine, you are worthy, you are loved. And to be disrespected or there's something within you now that wasn't there before that says, I'm not doing this anymore. And there's no turning back. So congratulations, and one day at a time, but you are loved and you are supported. Hello, Michael. Lynn, just keep putting out the intention, honey. Just keep putting out the intention and let the universe join up the dots. Don't try to force anything. Let it just allow it in. Allow it in. All right, let's get some advice, guys, to go with this. Yeah, this is the week to expect miracles, and the transformation card came out. Look at that. So I actually put up a reel, and it is the transformation card from another deck. But I think this is so synchronistic that the reel that I put up today was transformation from another deck, and then we get it in this deck also. So there is something transforming in your life this week, whether it's within yourself that doesn't allow you to accept less than what you deserve, or whether it's that opportunity showing up, the leg up, that the handout. And I don't mean handout in like a negative way, like I just mean like an opportunity that's being kind of handed to you, right? But even for those of you who are getting what feels like a real handout, right? This is your opportunity to just say thank you, not feel bad about it because of your situation, not feel like you don't deserve it. This is Spirit saying we're coming in and we're giving you the abundance that you need, even though it may feel not the way in which you would want to receive it, right? But please don't feel shame, don't feel unworthy. Just know that when you are in a better position, you'll be able to do this for someone else. Yeah. But yeah, this week, expect a miracle. Totally expect a miracle. Inside, outside. Because remember, whatever we shift in our internal, right? Coming into self-love, coming into worthiness, coming into boundaries, it shifts our external. So the transformation that you're feeling on the inside is going to start being manifested on the outside. So for those of you who want love, those of you who want a new career, those of you who want safety and stability, whatever that looks like for you, love, whatever that looks like for you, right? Shift the internal. Start being more loving, right? Love up on those animals, love up on those babies, love up on your family and friends, right? Just open your heart. And then let let however love come in, whether it's someone wanting to set you up and you're like, that feels uncomfortable, but hey, maybe that's the way it comes in for you this week, right? Or maybe it's I'm really going to do something with that online profile, that dating profile, right? Maybe it's just going to a different coffee shop and putting yourself in new spaces to meet new people, whatever it is, however it looks for you. Oh, Lynn, yeah, don't do that. Don't let him make you cry. Because that's exactly what you're feeding his ego, honey. Positive or negative, he just wants your reaction at this point. He'll take negative. So, light and love and prayers to you. Yeah, that's what you have to understand about narcissistic people, male or female. When they're not getting what they want, they will use whatever means they can to get a reaction, positive or negative, unfortunately. So expect miracles and transformation this week. I absolutely love it. Since I have the deck right here in front of me, let's pull, to round out our week, a Divine Masters Oracle. So let's see who wants to come in and be with us this week. Oh, awesome, Jackie. Welcome. All right, let's see what we got. Who wants to come in this week to support us? I'm so sorry. Ooh. Oh, I love this. It's actually, yes, I love this. The Divine Director. The Divine Director. The Divine Director. Look at that. Trust the process. Let's see if I can get it to. There we go. Create space for divine order to unfold. The divine director is an advanced cosmic light being from the heart of Source who is dedicated to helping Earth and all her inhabitants align with divine purpose. He is one of the more elusive divine masters. He works closely with the angels to ensure they are fulfilling their duties and helping the humans they are charged with protecting. So the message he's bringing through, you are being guided to stop trying to micromanage the universe. Sometimes events are beyond human comprehension, and thus trying to figure out the finer details of your life may be holding you back rather than taking you forward. When the divine director comes to you, you are being invited to trust that there is a purpose behind what is unfolding. The choices and circumstances and challenges you are facing will lead you to know and trust yourself at a deeper level. If you find yourself not knowing where to go from here, there's a good chance that there's an aspect of your life that you have refrained from dealing with. Ding, 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 ding. Healing or sharing. In order for the next step to be revealed to you, you are encouraged to address the aspects of your life that you have overlooked, for when you do so, you allow the energetic wheels of the universe to take you forward. So, if things aren't unfolding in your life in the way that you would like, I would say step back and ask the divine director, what am I missing or what am I not dealing with? What am I pushing down, ignoring? We all know what it is. We all know what we're running from or not touching, because there's going to be it's going to be messy to touch it, to get in there, to figure it out, to work it out, to heal it, to forgive it, to let it go, to heal it. And if you're not really sure, I would sit quietly and ask, what is it that I need to look at? I might have to do this today myself if you want to know the truth, because I do feel on some level very, very stuck or in this unknown space of not really sure what direction to really focus on this year. And in the past couple of years, I've kind of known, like I've got the inspiration in the fall of the year before the new year starts, where I'm like, okay, this is what we're focusing on this year, right? A couple of years ago, it was the Evidential Medium Course. I'm going to build the Evidential Medium Course. I'm going to get it out there. And here we are, going on like the sixth, or I'd have to really look back, but we're up there. I mean, we're getting close to half a dozen times, if not more than half a dozen times, of teaching it and really bringing it in a really meaningful way to people. So that's exciting, right? Last year, it was like, okay, you're really going to write a book. Well, I haven't written the book, but I did take the class, 2 of them actually, on like how to write a book, how to market a book, how to get a book published, right? So I have all the information now. So maybe this is the year I actually write the book. As I say that, it's like ding, ding, ding. Because I've really struggled with, well, what am I going to write about, right? Because I feel like anything I would write about, like a bazillion people have written about it. But that's kind of like how I started with this whole spiritual journey of sharing things online, right? I was like, well, there's a bazillion people doing it. So maybe there are people out there that just need my take, right? Kind of like all of you here with me. Thank you for being here with me. I truly appreciate you. Because when I started this 7 years ago now, almost a decade, online, lives on Facebook, I was terrified. And I think for the first year, maybe 1 or 2 people actually watched me live. Maybe 5 people watched me live and replay, right? So we've grown. So yes, I think today myself, before that baby gets here. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, guys, check out the beginning of the video. Definitely catch the replay. But yes, ask the divine director, what do I need to know? Oh, Juan, I'm so sorry. Good morning, Jasmine. Oh, Colleen, lots of love. So if you would like to work with me, have exclusive access to me, my monthly membership, Living in Love, would be the way to go. And we're going to have our coaching call this week Wednesday night at 7 p.m. It's a Zoom meeting. And right now, I am able to get to everyone personally. I don't have to do general messages yet. We're not quite that big. So you'd be getting in on the ground floor. And then we start the Evidential Medium class on Thursday. And if you join my monthly membership before Thursday, you will get 50% off the Evidential Medium course. So join us. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got a nice cohort. So you'd be already joining a beautiful group of women. So if you're a guy, it's open to you also. I know I definitely have more female versus male ratio, but you're welcome. You're welcome to join us if you're on a spiritual path and you're ready to dive in. Oh, you're welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. All right, guys, have a beautiful week, and we'll talk soon.